Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're doing something a little different.
Yeah, we've got this lovely little piece of writing, a short story excerpt.
And we're going to really dig into it, kind of figure out what makes it tick, How does an author use words to create that feeling of, well, magic?
Exactly. For you listening, this isn't just about enjoying a story. It's about seeing the tricks, the techniques.
Right. How does writing actually work on us?
We want you to have that aha moment to see how a story can use things like, smells and pacing to really shift how you see things.
Okay, so our source is an excerpt from The Magic Book of Autumn.
And specifically, the part called The Book That Smelled Like Fall.
It really sets a scene, doesn't it?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
It starts with this contrast. You've got the Willowbrook Library, very quiet, maybe a bit dusty, normal.
Yeah, a place you wouldn't expect fireworks.
Right. Structured silence. And then tucked away in a corner, there's this book, gold leaves on the cover, looks special, but
Nobody's ever checked it out. It's just sat there.
until Emma. One rainy afternoon, she finds it. And that difference, that quiet place holding this potential, it immediately signals something's about to happen.
Mm-hmm. But hang on. A dusty book in a quiet library. Isn't that a bit, well, expected for a magic story?
That's a fair point. But think about it this way. Using something familiar, like that dusty library idea, it's efficient.
Efficient how?
Well, you, the reader, you instantly get it. You don't need tons of description. Everyone knows what a quiet old library feels like.
Ah, so it's like a shortcut.
Exactly. It saves the author's energy, their words, for the really important stuff, the magic itself.
Okay, got it. So the ordinary setting makes the extraordinary stuff pop even more.
Precisely. It sets the stage perfectly for when things get, well, not ordinary at all.
All right, so Emma finds the book, pulls it down.
Yeah.
We know the cover looks nice, but the real magic happens the second she opens it.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't ease you in. It's bam, a huge sensory hit.
What exactly happens?
Yeah.
That moment she opens it.
There's this big woo, like a burst of smells. Yeah, the story's super specific. It lists cinnamon, crunchy leaves, pumpkin pie, and apple cider. These amazing autumn smells just fill the whole library.
Wow, so that quiet, dusty place is suddenly different.
Completely different. And it mentions Emma's nose tickled with delight.
That detail feels important. It's physical. She's not just thinking it, she's feeling it.
Exactly right. And that's the clever part, the power of using scent in a story.
How so?
While smell is processed differently in our brains than, say, sight or sound, it takes a more direct route.
Oh.
Yeah, it kind of bypasses the logical thinking part initially and goes straight to the areas linked with memory and emotion.
So before she even really thinks, oh, autumn smells, she's
Yeah.
already feeling autumn, like warmth, coziness.
Yeah, got it. The author uses these really strong, usually positive autumn smells, cinnamon, pumpkin pie, to create an instant emotional connection.
It pulls you right in, like the
Yeah.
magic is real because you can almost smell it yourself.
Precisely. It makes you believe instantly.
Mhm.
It shows you right away that books, well, they can wake up your senses. They hold real adventures. You're basically transported before you've even read the first sentence inside the book.
Okay, so we've got the smell, the magic feels real. But the story says the book held more than just smells. It had active magic.
Right. This is where it moves from just a feeling, an atmosphere, to actual, well, action. And it happens fast.
Yeah, the scenes change really quickly, don't they, every time she turns a page?
The pacing is key here. It's like, boom, new scene. Boom, another one. No waiting around.
So the first page flip takes her where?
Straight into an apple orchard. But it's not just any orchard. The apples, it says, floated down like balloons.
Floating apples. Okay, definitely magical, not just descriptive.
And then, like, immediately, she turns another page, lands in a pumpkin patch. And again, it's not just pumpkins sitting there. The pumpkins giggled and played tag.
Giggling pumpkins playing tag. Okay, I have to ask. Does making things like pumpkins giggle, isn't that maybe a bit too cute? Does it take away from anything deeper?
That's a good question. But I think it actually reinforces the main idea here.
Which is?
That imagination has no limits. The author is deliberately showing us a world where the normal rules just don't apply. It's joyful, it's unexpected.
So floating apples, then giggling pumpkins. It's showing the kind of magic this book has.
Exactly. It's establishing that anything can happen. It teaches the reader, especially a young reader, that books can zap you into new worlds instantly, worlds where pumpkins play tag.
It shows that imagination can make anything come alive.
Right. And the speed is important, too. Flip, new world. Flip another new world. It shows how fast and free imagination can be.
So we've had the smell, we've had these impossible fun scenes. Now it seems like things get a little more thoughtful.
Yeah, the next page turn takes it up a notch, you could say. Emma lands in a forest.
And what's special about this forest?
The description is beautiful. Every leaf shimmered like stained glass. That language, stained glass, it signals something important is coming. It feels a bit more serious, more beautiful.
And this is where the book offers some wisdom, isn't it?
It is. The trees themselves whisper something to her.
Where they say,
We give our colors to remind you that change can be beautiful.
wow, that's quite profound, actually. Especially for a children's story, capturing the essence of autumn.
Right. It takes that whole idea of autumn things changing, ending, and reframes it as something beautiful. The colors, it's a big idea, the acceptance of change.
But isn't that a bit of a sharp turn from giggling tokens to, life lessons about change? Does it feel jarring?
It could, but the story handles it cleverly. Right after that message, it shills again.
Ah.
It brings in her friends. Suddenly, Emma's not alone on this adventure anymore. Her friends join in.
So it becomes a shared experience. That probably lightens the mood after the big message.
Exactly. It stops it from feeling like a lecture. Instead of just thinking about the message, they live out the joy of that autumn world together.
What kind of things do they do?
The fun stuff. They're jumping into leaf piles. They're sipping hot cider with talking chipmunks.
Talking chipmunks now?
Yep. And they're racing acorns that rolled like toy cars. It's all about active, shared fun.
Okay, the talking chipmunks serving cider. Is that just more cute stuff, or does it do something for the story?
Well, it adds to the warmth, doesn't it? The chipmunks are like friendly hosts. It makes the magical world feel welcoming, safe.
Right, hospitable.
And the fact that they're all doing it together is really important. It shows that reading and imagination, they spark creativity, sure, but sharing that creativity, that builds connection, makes the whole experience stronger, more memorable.
So the lesson from the trees lands better because it's wrapped up in this fun, shared adventure.
Precisely. It becomes part of a joyful memory, not just a wise saying.
Okay, so they've had this amazing shared adventure. How does it wrap up?
It ends gently, the book closes, and they're back in the quiet library.
Just like that. Is the magic all gone?
Not quite. And this is a lovely touch. There's still a trace left behind, just a faint smell of cinnamon.
Oh, nice. So a little reminder.
Yeah, it's like a bridge. A scent linking the real-world library and the magical world they just visited. It makes the memory stick.
And that leads Emma to her final thought, right?
Yeah.
Her big realization.
Yes. She puts it perfectly. She says, this isn't just a book, it's a doorway to autumn itself.
That sums it all up, really.
It does. So what's the big takeaway here, looking at how this story works?
Well, it seems like starting with the senses, like that powerful smell, is key. It hooks you emotionally right away.
Absolutely. That sensory-first approach bypasses your logical brain and makes you feel the magic. It shows how books can really transport you. They're like little empathy machines almost.
Yeah, it shows how reading connects the physical place, the library, with this huge imaginary world full of smells and sights and even ideas.
Mm-hmm. And maybe the deepest lesson when you look at how the author did it is seeing that stories are tools. They can take big ideas like change is beautiful and make them feel real, make them understandable through imagination.
They make complex things tangible and memorable. It wasn't just told, it was experienced.
Exactly. The smells, the fast pacing, the shared fun, the final wisdom. It's all built carefully to create this powerful little experience. #tag outro.
So it really shows the power of a well-crafted story,
Yeah.
even a simple one, how it builds a world using senses, action, and emotion.
Right. And connecting this to maybe a bigger picture, it highlights how stories can bring entire seasons or complex feelings or ideas about life vividly into our minds. They make things beautiful and clear.
Definitely. It's about how imagination acts like this bridge.
Which leads us to maybe a final thought for you to consider.
Okay.
If a children's book can be engineered like this, using specific techniques to conjure up the entire feeling of autumn, the smells, the sights, the emotions, even a philosophical point, what other kinds of worlds, what other sensory experiences or hidden lessons might be waiting inside the books on your shelf right now, waiting for you to just open them up and pay attention not just to the story, but how it's being told?
What magic is hiding in plain sight on the page? Something to think about.
Definitely.
That's our deep dive for today. Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.